Good morning, my name is Tracy and I'm here to train you about the distribution center. First of all, thank you so much for volunteering today. We can't run BizTown without our wonderful adult volunteers. So I hope you have a great day here today, and I'm going to try to make that possible. The good news is that everything I'm about to tell you is written down in the literature, in the business. So if you ever get kind of off track or your employees come and say, I don't know what to do, you can always refer to these two handbooks. So this is the first one. It's called the Volunteer Guide. And in this outlines your 4 team meetings that you will be directing today. So you kind of act as the coach. You're going to keep your kids busy and working and just on task throughout the day. So that's a really good thing for you to read once I'm done talking to you here. And then also, this is referred to as the employee handbook in the volunteer guide. We've cut the book apart and put the yellow sheets at each person's station, each employee's station. So during your first team meeting, I would highly recommend having your employees read over their yellow sheets. In that first team meeting, you are also going to be giving them a sticker, and the sticker will tell them which color break they're on. We have 2 sets of breaks today, the lunch break and the afternoon break. They will already come to BizTown with their job title, and according to their job title on this little sheet here is how you'll know which break to assign them to. If you have a child here at BizTown today, you're welcome to take your lunch break with your child on their respective color. So just remember to find out what color they're on. The schedule is laid out here. These amounts of times are subject to change according to when the kids get here and when they leave. You don't have to worry too much about how the day will flow because we will be on the microphone announcing everything. When you have team meetings, when it's business work time. We also have town hall meetings. We'll have 3 of those today. And we will be announcing the break times. We also have a stoplight up there, and we turn on the red, yellow, or green light when it's during the break times, so the kids can refer to that as well. In distribution, well, first of all, let me tell you the goals. The goals of each business in BizTown is to pay off their business loan. So they're going to come with a folder from school called the Biz Prep folder. We'll pass those out to the volunteers during our welcome meeting. And in that folder, there'll be a lot of information in it. One of the things is a cost sheet. And in the cost sheet, in the bottom right-hand corner, is a loan amount. That's the business loan for distribution. Your goal as a team, then, is to pay off your loan at the end of the day. As citizens, their goal individually is to spend all the money they earn today. They'll be getting 2 payroll checks, and the break times are set up so that the citizens have time to go out in the community and spend their money. There's 3 ways they're going to spend their money. They bring a checkbook from school. It's already filled out. It has their account numbers on it. You're going to be getting a black bank bag today from the bank, and it'll have Visa cards in it. On the backs of those Visa cards are their little account numbers, like our little security codes on our Visa cards. We just want to make sure those account numbers match up with the account numbers on their checkbooks. So you'll be passing those out to your employees. And then they also will get $2 cash back with each payroll check. So they have a little cash, a Visa debit card, and a checkbook. They're going to have to write some checks today in order to spend their money. They don't want to, so it's your duty kind of as the team leader to kind of coach them into writing checks and make them aware that they have a bank account, they have money in there, and they can spend it using their debit card, their checkbook, and then they have a little bit of cash. You have 3 official employee titles here. The amount of employees you have depends on how big your class is, the number of students that will be coming that day. So we can't really tell you officially how many employees you might have, I've seen as little as 2 and as many as 6 or 8 if it's a real big class. The titles here are your CEO, and each CEO in BizTown has a pink morning speech guide. They're going to be standing up during our first town hall meeting and reading their speeches. So this is something your CEO will work on during that first morning business time. Also, your CEO will be filling out this grant request. They're going to fill this out, take it to the bank CEO, and the bank CEO will give your CEO a bag with dollar bills in it. During the first round of breaks, the distribution center gives this opportunity to each citizen to take a Go Green recycling quiz. So they come here, they put their name on it, fill out the quiz, give it to one of your employees, they'll put it in the box and hand each citizen a dollar bill. So that's another just fun way that the kids can earn another BizTown buck. After the first set of breaks, we will be giving you an answer key. Your employees will check the quizzes, and we give a little prize at the end of the day at our closing town hall meeting for the student that did the best on the quiz. So that's kind of fun. Your other person here is your sales manager. The sales manager also has a little morning speech. And these two people really do work together. Your CFO will be busy on the computer most of the day doing CFO duties. So these two employees, along with any other employees you might have, kind of share the rest of the duties of the distribution center. The first thing that they'll do during that first morning work time while your CFO is setting up the company, they take this little distribution sheet out along with this cart. That's kind of a highlight of their day because they love to push this cart around. And there's a mixture of containers that look like this, and they're all labeled, or business folders, and that's in here. So each business in BizTown either gets a container or a business folder. They're clearly marked as well. So that's their first duty, is to take the cart around and distribute all of the supplies. That's what the distribution center does at BizTown. They have some male uniforms here that they can wear. Most of the kids like to wear them. If they don't want to, it's not a big deal. They just take this around to stay organized. It has every business, and if the business is going to get a container or a folder, and then they get the CEO's signature that they're delivering the supplies to, just to make sure that the CEO and the business knows that they've gotten their delivery for the day. Make sure your employees know that the distribution of supplies happens just once. They deliver the supplies, and then no one in the distribution center is allowed to restock any of the supplies in BizTown. Usually, the farm store, the bookstore, or the restaurant will be the ones coming. Those are the 3 retail stores of BizTown. They might be the ones coming to ask for more inventory. You just need to explain to your employees that, no, sorry, we can't give them extra inventory. Sometimes the restaurant will come asking for popcorn bags or cups or extra popcorn, and that is okay, but usually we tell the restaurant folks to come get one of the JA BizTown staff members, and we will be coming to the supply room to be giving them more supplies. So you don't really have to worry about that. Another really big important job of the day for your team is to go around to each business a few times during the day, and they can use this sheet to stay organized and collect their recyclables. So each business has one of their own little recycle bins. Your CFO is going to use a lot of paper today, printing out payroll checks, printing invoices and bills. We highly stress using the recycle bin so we can kind of save paper throughout the day. So they'll take this, well, we don't have one in here right now, but it's a big green recycle bin. They'll carry that around and just dump the recycles in it and then put it back in the spot here. They do that 3 times a day. And then another really important job that they do, towards the end of the day, your team will be restocking the inventory in the containers and the business folders for the next day of BizTown. So this sheet helps them do that using all of the supplies you see behind me here, clearly labeled. They're going to fill up the bins and the business folders again. So usually towards the end of the day, we kind of just remind you to have your team go collect the empty containers and the empty folders, and then your team as a whole can start working on recycling. So everything's here. If for some reason you can't find something or something has run out of stock, just come get one of us employees of BizTown and we can help you out with that. But that's an important thing to do at the end of the day. And we thank you very much for doing that, because then we don't have to, so yay. Also, your teachers, the teachers of the schools, sometimes brings friendly letters. There's a little bin wall here, and each business has one. So we will tell your employees when we put the friendly letters in the BizTown post box there. They'll go collect them out of the post office box, sort them in the bins, and then distribute them into the BizTown mailboxes. Each business has a mailbox. Then we just tell them to make sure they tell someone in that business that they've got mail. That's the way we get all the friendly letters delivered. It's kind of a fun part of the day. Last but not least, your CFO has, like I said, has a busy job. Everything the CFO is going to be doing today is in this binder, step-by-step instructions. And the computer is really friendly, user-friendly software. So between this sheet and the CFO binder, all the instructions are there. During that first morning work time, we want the CFO to set up the company. They're going to be doing steps 1 through 12 in the binder, putting in the loan amount, and adding all of the employees, and printing out payroll checks 1 and 2 for each employee. Then your company makes, you guys make your money towards paying off your loan today by billing all of the other companies in BizTown. Let's see, it's $8 each for supplies. So your CFO, as soon as they're done setting up the company, they have a billing sheet here to stay organized. The instructions are easy to follow. They're going to print out 1 invoice per business, deliver them all, and then they'll keep track of their payments received from the businesses during the day. Then in addition to that, they're going to be depositing those checks that they get from their invoices into your distribution bank account, and that's how you ultimately pay off your loan. So this position is really busy on the computer most of the day when they're not on break. The other team does all the other, they can help each other doing all the other duties in here. I also always tell volunteers, your other teammates can help your CFOs out by delivering invoices and making payments to other businesses too, if your CFO wants help. That's kind of helpful for them. So I think I've thoroughly overwhelmed you now, but remember, everything's written down. We thank you so much again for being here, and I hope you have a great day at BizTown today. Thank you.